What's up, gamers? This is Wild. If you're enjoying the content on my channel, make sure to hit that like button and make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can join in discussions and contribute to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at award winners NaVorro Bowman. He goes for around 140 to 170,000 coins on the auction house, and he has a secure tackler ability, which means, according to the description, it means that it prevents auto broken tackles from occurring against this player. So you know how sometimes those big trucking backs would just break a tackle without you having to do anything, they'll shrug the opponent off, or how some of those elusive blacks would just slip through a tackle. That won't happen against NaVorro Bowman. I have him compared to the movers Carlos Dansby, who goes for around 100,000 coins on the auction house, because they will play a similar role in your defense. They have decent hit power, pursuit, tackling. Carlos Dansby has higher zone coverage. We're going to take a look at NaVorro Bowman today to see if he's worth his 140,000 coin price tag on the auction house. Although I will put this disclaimer up there, I think this card is kind of a disrespect to NaVorro Bowman, because in real life he's probably one of the faster linebackers, and he's much better in zone coverage than just 81 zone coverage. So as you can see right here, that 95 hit power really comes into effect. I played a season with him, and throughout the entire season he caused 6 fumbles. A couple were user controlled, and a couple were him just doing it by himself, just reading the run angles, and he's going to come through there, and you can see right there he did it completely by himself. I didn't have to tap onto him, and he's going to pop that player and cause a fumble, and that was early on in the game. And the other thing that I noticed that was more impressive than I thought, I mean, in real life NaVorro Bowman is a very good coverage linebacker, but in Madden for some reason they give him low coverage because they believe him as just a run stopper. So his zone coverage is a little bit iffy in the game, but another thing that isn't iffy about him is pursuit angles. On most of these plays, I had him as an outside linebacker, so he had his contain route. And as you can see, even though he doesn't get to tackle, he does run to his pursuit angle pretty quickly when the play starts, and that's due to his play wrecking pursuit. And he's able to come through and make great angles when it came to stopping the run. So when it came to stopping the run, I give him an A+ grade, because not only was he gonna secure tackle, he had the perfect pursuit angle, and he would cause a lot of fumbles if he came direct contact with the ball carrier. But now back to that zone coverage, which I believe in honestly should be higher. As you can see, he isn't terrible when it comes to zone coverage and running his zone and making sure that everything's okay in his zone. He does do a decent amount of shading. He'll shade a couple routes that come into his zone, but he won't react to the ball as quick as you want a lot of other players, right? You see right here that he just covers his zone. He doesn't really shade that receiver that well that comes underneath him. I give him a B- to a C+. I mean, he does a decent enough job to where sometimes your opponent doesn't want to throw it in that zone, but he isn't a real threat in zone coverage. I mean, that's the only downside I had to this card. He's a perfect run stopper. He's perfect for a 3-4. I run a 4-3, so he wasn't the best fit for my scheme. So I had to adjust some things to make sure I tried to highlight his strengths and his weaknesses. But overall, I give this card a solid B. I mean, he's great at run stopping, but with a lot of zone coverage that a lot of people have to run nowadays, he isn't the best fit for that. Like I said, again, he's one of my favorite players in real life, and I feel like they kind of disrespected him with his speed and zone coverage. He can keep up with a lot of tight ends and slot receivers, and he's solid in zone coverage. But overall, do I think he's worth the 140 to 170,000 coins that he's worth in the auction house? I'm going to give that a no, simply because that Carlos Dansby that you can see on your screen right now will probably play a similar that NaVorro Bowman does in the run game, but he's going to be much better in zone coverage. You see, he's going to have 89 zone coverage. I think the Arizona chemistry may give him another zone coverage stat boost, so he'll probably be in the 90 zone coverage. So Carlos Dansby will be much more effective in zone coverage, and he has 92 hit power, so it's not like he's a slouch in that either. That's it for this video. If you like the content, please like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you guys around next time. Peace.